And happy Thursday. It's August the 8th. We're in Hebrews chapter 11, verses 30 to 40. And by faith, the walls of Jericho fell down after being marched around by the Israelites for 7 days. And by faith, Rahab the prostitute welcomed the spies in peace and didn't perish with those who disobeyed. What more can I say? Time is too short for me to tell about Gideon and Barak and Samson and Jephthah and David, Samuel and the prophets, who by faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, obtained promises, shut the mouths of lions, quenched the raging fire, escaped the edge of the sword, gained strength in weakness, became mighty in battle, and put foreign armies to flight. Women received their dead raised to life again, and other people were tortured, not accepting release, so that they might gain a better resurrection. Others experienced mockings and scourgings, as well as bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawed in two, they died by the sword, they wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, afflicted, and mistreated. The world was not worthy of them. They wandered in deserts and on mountains, hiding in caves and holes in the ground, and all of these were approved through their faith, but they did not receive what was promised, since God had provided something better for us, so that they would not be made perfect without us. Alrighty, the promise fulfilled. God gave them the land. That was the covenant promise that God gave to Abraham. They were able to realize much of what God had promised Abraham. We have the testimony of their successes, but guess what? We also have the testimony of their failures. See, God, by inspiration, gave these words to the writer of Hebrews and has provided a faith account of how God works and how God rewards those who obey. You see, we see it in the book of Hebrews, the promises of God for salvation and redemption, even to the point where it says in Hebrews that we will be perfected. See, we see the plan explained of how God worked through history, how God worked through His people. We see the advent of the Son of God, the heir of all things. And I've repeated so many times what the book of Hebrews says about the Son of God. We now see in these verses those who were counted as faithful, but they did not receive all that was promised. The fulfillment of the promised rest would only be realized in Jesus. See, they may have received the things that Abraham left for, but they were only a step in God's plan. God was at work on the redemptive plan of providing rest and peace and perfection. You see, we are called to walk each step, each day faithfully. See, our obedient worship is required. Woo! And we'll see you tomorrow.